All right, welcome back to video 4.3, day 1. And this lesson is on writing linear equations in point-slope form. Now, the other day we did slope-intercept, y equals mx plus b. This is a new form. So point-slope form is actually pretty easy. It's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, let's look at some of the parts of this formula. X and y are going to just stay x and y. X1 and y1 are going to be the given point. And m is still, as usual, going to represent the slope. So if you're given a point and you're given a slope, you plug these in to their spot, and that is the equation of the line. All right, so let's try the easiest version. If they give you a point and they give you a slope, let's plug in what we know. The point is x1, y1, and the slope is m. Okay, so we're going to plug these in where they belong. Normal y is going to stay y. Minus y1, so minus -3, but minus a negative becomes +3. Okay, then we have an equal sign. M is given as 2, and then we have parentheses. Normal x stays x, and then we have minus x1, so minus 4. And you actually leave your answer in this form. This is the point-slope form of that line. All right, let's try 2. Same thing. They give you a point, so that's going to be the x1, y1, and they give you the slope, and that's going to be the m. Again, if you guys ever want to pause and try it first, that's a great idea. So we're going to plug these in into their spot in the problem. So normal y stays y. Minus y1, so minus 4. Equal sign. M is given as -2, parentheses. Normal x stays x, and then minus x1 minus a -1 becomes +1. And once you've plugged in your 3 pieces, you are done. That is point-slope form. You stop there. All right, if you're given a graph, you have to find a point and the slope yourself. Now, when you're given 2 nice points, you pick either one. So whichever one you like better. I'm going to pick the positive one here. All right, so I'm going to write down my point. If I chose this point, it's 1, 1. 1, 1. And then my slope, I have to do myself. How do you get from one point to the other? We're going down to right 2. So -2 over 2, but I'll reduce that to -1. All right, I think we're good. Our point is the x1, y1, and our slope is the m. And I'm going to change colors so it doesn't mix in with this one. So to follow the formula, it's y minus y1. So y minus 1 equals m, slope is -1, parentheses, x minus x1, so -1. And you leave your answer like that. Now, there are 2 different versions of the right answer. If you chose this point, you're going to have a different answer. It's still right. All right, let's try number 6. So again, you pick which point you like better. I'm going to pick this one Doesn't matter. There's two different answers for this problem. This point is at, what is that, 2, 6. And then we need to find the slope ourselves. How do you get from point to point? We're going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So the slope is up 6 over 4, and I'm going to reduce that by 2 to 3/2. All right, we have everything we need. We have the x1, y1, and we have the m. So we're going to plug it into our formula. So the formula is y minus y1, so y minus 6, equals m, which is 3/2, parentheses, x minus x1, which is 2. And again, you leave your answer like that. That is in point slope form. All right, number 7, if they give you 2 points, how do you write it in point slope form? So you pick one of them. Again, pick one of them. I'm going to pick the first one. Why not? Okay, so we already have our point, x1, y1. Now we just need slope. Now, if you're given 2 points, you guys have to find slope yourself. And remember the formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we have to do a little work here. So the slope is -5 minus 3 over -2 minus 1. And that comes out to be -8 over -3, and the minus minus, I'm just going to make positive 8/3. Okay, so here's our slope m, and here's our point. Again, you could pick, these all have 2 answers. Both are correct. You pick which one you want. I'm only going to do one of them. All right, so if this is my point and this is my slope, we're going to plug it into that same formula. So the formula is y minus y1, so y minus 3, equals m, which is 8/3, parentheses, x minus x1, which is 1. But again, you can only pick one point. Don't use a little bit of each. Pick one and stick with it. That is your answer. All right, number 8, same thing. You pick a point. Again, I'm just going to pick the first one. Why not? And I'm going to call that my x1, y1. And then again, we have to do slope ourselves. So the slope formula is y2 minus y1. So 10 minus a minus 7 becomes plus a 7. And then it's x2 minus x1, 1 minus 2. And that ends up being 17 over -1, which I'm just going to call -17. All right, so here's our point. Here's our slope, m. Let's plug it into the point slope formula. So the formula is y minus y1. Y minus a -7 is y plus 7, equals m, which is -17, times parenthesis x minus x1, which is 2. And once you have all 3 pieces plugged in, you are done. Thanks for watching.